Freddie girls here, or Freddie's girls here, Delight and Kaylee. Nice to be back with you. Today we've got a bunch of different projects we want to show you. We've got some, we're going to use our Cricut machine, and yeah, I don't know, we've got all sorts of things to show you today.
Okay, well first of all, I never showed them the, on our very first video, we did a sheep, I put the sheep stamp on the wicker basket and using tissue paper. So I never showed you the finished product. So there's the little sheepy on the basket. I think he's kind of cute.
Yeah, our first video where we cut it off early.
Yeah, so. And this is actually a big enough basket. I'm redoing my fireplace in the living room, the mantle and stuff. And because this is big enough, I've decided I'm going to keep this basket for myself and make it like a little pillow basket on the bottom.
We're planning to show you the fireplace and the mantle at the end of this video, as long as everything goes according to plan here.
Yeah. Okay, so should we show them some of the finished products here first?
Yeah, we'll show you what Mom's already done, and then that'll give you an idea of what we're going to hope to do over the course of this video here.
So we told you before that the Cricut can do a couple of things. It can either make the stencil, or you can put the vinyl directly on and either paint over it or just leave the vinyl on. Mm-hmm. So this is a finished product. This is just a little cow cutting board, and that is a stencil, and it says "Bless this kitchen." It's kind of cute. So it's been sanded and varnished.
Yeah, and here's another one just like it, the herbs stenciled on and painted over with the white. And then this is a little one that, like the vinyl that you just stuck on, right?
I just stuck that on.
Yeah.
I didn't want to throw it out. It was kind of cute.
Oh, it's kind of extra.
And here's just a little another herb basket with some little herbs. I don't know, marjoram maybe that is. I don't know. Sage. Marjoram. Stenciled on the back, on the sides.
Yeah, and then here's this rooster. What do you call this? The grain sack?
A grain sack stripe.
The grain sack stripe. We're going to do a couple of grain sack stripes too. It's very easy to actually get this effect. And then here she's, you've actually done this with a stain, hey?
Yeah, in the stencil I stained it really a dark ebony because the wood is raw. I sanded it down, but it'll get a few coats of varnish over this still.
Yeah.
And tell them where that's...
Oh yeah, I was just noticing it. Do you see who originally designed this chicken? It's part of the Martha Stewart collection, believe it or not. I don't even know if you can see it.
And we found it in the thrift store.
Yeah, I really feel like Aunt Ruth would have taken this one up, I think.
Oh, she would have loved that one.
She loved her rooster.
Never mind, rooster story from her. Aunt Ruth was like our... You know,
we
grew up together. Right next door to us. We ranched together, and Kaylee had her right next door as her special auntie. And she had a cute little one of those white glass covered roosters that I'd always kind of coveted. I loved it so much. And she got it from some thrift store down in Morden or somewhere. And when they left Manitoba and moved out to Strathmore, she came over one day on their, whatever, in the last couple months when they were sorting through their things, and she had a few things to give me, and the white rooster was one of those things.
Yeah, but didn't she later say she regretted it?
Well, and she missed it so much. So
she found another one,
She found one in Strathmore at a gift shop. She paid like quite a bit more than the original one, but whatever. We were happy. We all got our roosters. Okay, did you show them this?
Oh, I don't know that I did.
This was like a little, was a little kid's toolbox, and it had a bunch of
it was almost carved
engraved,
fairly ingrained.
So I have to sanded it down. It was like, I don't know, somebody's little kids.
Yeah, logo. Like a little toolbox for little kids.
It had stuff on every side, so I sanded it all down, and then I put the grain stripe and another one of those decals on there, and this as well will get varnished, but just really cute for a little herb basket.
Yeah, so we want to show you guys how to do that yourself. So this is an example. This box has already had 2 of the sides done here. And then on the Cricut machine, you print them off. So this is a stencil too, right?
Yeah, so to make it a stencil, I weed it out. And weeding is like just basically getting rid of the letters.
Because you haven't weeded them out here yet.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. So she's already, so basically what you do, you've put it on here, right?
Well, you have to, once you weed it, you have to take the back off. That's why you need, it's called a transfer tape. It's just basically contact paper. And you put that over top so it doesn't wiggle and get out of shape. And then you peel off the back.
Like this, right?
And then stick it on there. And then
you peel off this back.
The white back.
Yeah, the white back. And then you stick it on here, and then you peel this part off.
And then you just sponge away with your paint. So you can take that off.
So I'm going to take this off, and we're going to paint it and show you how easy it is to actually make your own stencils.
Yeah. Okay, so keep that with that.
Okay.
We'll show them some of the other projects we're going to do.
Oh yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
This is a tray. Kind of a nice tray that I stained it all in an ebony. It's quite dark. And you probably, I don't know if you can see it or not, but we're going to put a green stripe on either side. So just by laying down masking tape, this is just going to have 2 thin stripes and then a welcome stencil in the middle. And we're going to do this all in white. I think it'll look kind of sharp on the dark stain.
Yeah. So do you want to do some of these ones
now?
Let's
just start
and then you
doing
can show them, or you want to show them
this
now
I
or
gotta show
later?
them this. I'll show
Yeah,
this.
the Lazy Susan.
So sometimes, often, you can find these Lazy Susans in thrift stores, and I just want you to be aware, it doesn't look like much. It's got this red stain on it, like kind of a mahogany. And you know, it's got the nice thing on the bottom where you can twirl it around. But a lot of times, you know, because it's kind of ugly, you can pass it up.
Yeah. But you shouldn't, because you can, you know, you can sand them down to their natural wood, re-stain them, refinish it. See, like on the back, we're not lying, it was that red when we got it. You can, and so, yeah, yeah, they were. And then here, again, she's painted a white stripe on, and we're going to use our Cricut again.
We're going to weed this out. I just started it. It's going to say welcome as well. And we'll weed that out.
Carefully.
It's really, why am I having trouble, Kelly? Because I'm doing
probably because you're on camera.
Yeah, probably because I'm doing it upside ahead of me.
Yeah.
Anyhow, we're going to weed that out, put it on, and we'll stencil that in black.
In black. Yeah.
I think it's going to look kind of sharp.
Yeah.
So keep that together.
Okay. So those are, and then the other one you wanted to show too. You got this one down in Morden, right?
Niverville.
Niverville. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I went to, if you guys don't know about Way More for Way Less. Oh my goodness, I love this. Little Autumn Young, a family that started, they bring in truckloads, semi-loads of trucks of things from Wayfair. Started off with just from Wayfair. Now they get from Target, Bed Bath & Beyond, and now she's got like a whole semi-load of really high-end nice clothing.
Oh, clothing?
Yes, all the way from extra small to 3X.
Really?
Yeah, so I'd like to get in on her. She has a website online called Way More for Way Less. Yeah. And anyhow, when I was in Niverville, I got a new carpet in there, and she has like really super deals on things. Like I got $1,100 carpet for $180. Like it's. So when I was there, I went to the Niverville. We'll see how long this
carpet lasts for. She replaces them every 6 months, but she sells them on Facebook for more than they're worth. Well, not more than they're worth, as much as they were worth.
And so I went to the MCC Niverville thrift store and got this beautiful charcuterie board. So we're gonna hand boil that this morning.
Yeah, you had to sand this down too.
It had a bunch. Somebody had painted a bunch of black lines all over it. I don't know what. Maybe they use it for a game or something. I don't know.
Maybe it was for a game and the pieces.
I don't know, but I just sanded that off and we got this beautiful raw.
Better for appetizers. Yeah.
You could put nuts in there, or like put a glass bowl, put pickles or whatever.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Yeah. Okay. So
all right. What are we starting with? Well, I've got this little box here.
Okay, you finish that. So we're going to this is the white paint we can put on there.
So I've just got my little piece. I'm pulling the backing off, just like we talked about. And I'll be honest.
I'll do this one.
Mom's a bit more experienced with the Cricut machine than I am.
So the key to stenciling is not to have too much paint on your little, like you can use a brush or I've used makeup sponges, but I've got this little pouncy stencil brush. Don't have too much in because you don't want it to soak under. It's better to do a couple of thinner coats than it is to do one thick coat. Yeah.
You've been telling me that since I was a kid. The message has not changed over the years.
No, and it's
maybe the styles have changed.
Important message because
but the technique
you won't.
Is
and
that
it's
straight.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Okay.
No, it's a little more on this side.
That's what I was thinking.
What was I going to say? Okay, but there is, if you do happen to get some bleed through under your stencils, don't despair because I actually prefer.
It's almost give it a different look.
Well, like, no, when my stencil is dry, I like to take a light sanding over it to kind of rough it up a bit so it doesn't look too brand new. Kind of make it look a little
rustic,
aged a little bit. So if you have a little bit of bleed through, you can usually kind of fix that up after with a sandpaper. One of my hacks. I'm also going to tell them when you weed this stuff out, like it's called weeding when you take the letters out of there. And when I bought my Cricut machine a year ago,
oh man,
it was in the height of the pandemic, and there was only one. I wanted it so bad right then. I had some projects I wanted to do, and I can't get this stupid back off. That's why I did most of them ahead of time. Anyhow, they only had one left in Michael's, and it was purple. It would be like the last color in the world I would have chosen. But I mean, really, I keep it in a drawer. It doesn't matter. But they had no,
they had no accessories.
They had no accessories left.
Is that a real one or is that for nuts?
This is my hack. This is for nuts. And it works perfectly.
So I've got the two sides on there and I'm gonna try painting them now. So, and then you have to let the paint dry, hey, before you pull these off?
You don't necessarily need to. No, you don't need to let it dry
thoroughly.
I like to not
for a touch.
Yeah, not sopping wet. Now, when you're pulling this back, you have to. I kind of like to do it at about a 20-degree angle, or
really
well, because otherwise you can lift off like the inside pieces, like the insides of the E's and the insides of the...
Well, and the first time Mom got the Cricut machine, we were playing around with it and we knew nothing really about it. But I remember we made that little bee thing, but it was so tiny and so intricate.
It was not a good first project.
We kind of learned that, lesson the hard way. It's easier to... the smaller ones are a little more finicky, right? So when you're learning with it, it's good to start.
I got it off and there's nothing on there. So this is just kind of a cute little ceramic planter. It's got a little house on there. So I made a sign. You can make whatever you want. There's no place like home. Yeah. So I'm going to try to get that centered on there straight. Now, I just do, it's not a credit card, but it's like some kind of that type of thing.
Yeah.
Something to flatten it out good so you get all the air bubbles and you get good adhesion. Then I'm going to rip off that contact paper.
And you're doing the exact same thing I'm doing, eh?
Exactly.
Yeah, so she's a bit ahead, but I'm not too much to see, but I've stenciled them on mine.
Yeah,
got both sides and then there it is. Do you think I should try pulling it off? Or should I
do you need another coat or not?
Oh, I don't know. How many coats did you do?
What is it? I was doing two. Why don't you do another thing
well,
and
I'll
then
do
come
something
back
else
to that.
and I'll pull it off and you guys can hopefully see the final product.
Okay.
I guess I'll do the welcome one in the meantime.
And here I've got that stencil. There's no place like home. I'll let it sit and come back and give it one more coat.
Okay.
And now that one you're going to stencil in black after. So I'll go wash your brush up.
Give me your weed. Well, we've got
we've
got two brushes, both in white. We haven't been.
Most of the stuff will be in white.
Yeah, we should have kept one for black. Oh well. So just when you're doing this weeding, you have to be careful with the E's and things like that, where you have
E's and O's and G's.
You have to keep that little bit in. Otherwise it's, I guess, you know, yeah, and the O, I've got an O as well.
The smaller your stencil is, the more finicky it is to work with. But what I like to do, like when I was making up all these little stencils here, you know, I had several of them. So I printed a whole bunch out at once on my printer when I had it set up. And then in the evening when I was watching I like to watch my rerun of Murder, She Wrote.
You still do,
right before supper time, I watch
she's
that.
been doing that for a long time.
And I like Angela.
Yeah.
And
since I've seen one of
so then I just sat there and weeded as I was working. So it was good. Okay, so I'll work on this thing here then. This one I put a little grain. I put a little kind of a gray grain stripe on there, and then it's going to say friends and families gather.
You could actually
here
plant some real flowers in that one.
Yeah, you could. It's big
enough. Yeah.
So
okay,
I'm going to pounce on this one.
You're gonna pounce. Oh yeah, you've got that one on already. So
yeah,
that was kind of smart. It's all right.
Really, once you've got it to this stage, it's just simple, easy peasy.
No, and there's some people that sell these like already made, hey? So you wouldn't have to buy your own Cricut machine if you didn't necessarily want to.
You can go on Etsy and find lots of different stencils that are like kind of more popular ones. But if you have a Cricut machine, you can like design your own with the fonts that are available, and you can add new fonts in. Just find a font online, and I figured out a way to add it in.
Do you have to pay a membership fee for it?
Well, if I just wanted to use the font section.
So it's all weeded out now.
I wouldn't have to pay a membership, but they have a lot of pre-made things on there. Like for instance, I've got a bunch of things like this little cow, or that was like it's like a pre-made. You don't have to design it. You just insert it and print it out. And there's like thousands of those.
People like us who aren't graphic designers.
Yeah.
So I need some plasticky stuff, eh?
Oh yeah.
Where is that?
It's here.
Okay. So it's worth it to have the membership fee, so you get some of those.
I pay $12 a month to be able to have all those things.
Yeah. So this I've actually
grab that in.
Okay. Oh, you've got to pull.
It's kind of too big, but it'll work.
See.
So I think you want it to be that the welcome is going that way. Like it'll be like. So you have to center it. Do you need to measure or not?
So I've got this. Now I've got to put this on here. Let's see if I can make it work. I might measure.
I kind of like to measure, get a bit of a.
Yeah, I do. Where's your credit card? Here it is.
Like just from the widest part there to the at least kind of
center it.
So it looks. I mean, a lot of these things you can kind of just do so they look right to your eye, but
you know,
not bad to measure.
No.
What do they say? Measure.
Well, that's
twice. Cut once.
Oh, I was going to say cut twice. Yeah, measure twice, cut once.
Cut once.
That was that big guy. What's his name? Holmes?
Holmes on Holmes?
Holmes on Holmes? Mike Holmes, wasn't that his saying?
I don't know.
Well, let's see if I did it good enough or not.
Side here.
So now that I've got it on the plasticky paper, I've got to try and pull just the white. Yeah.
And if you can't,
I'll come closer.
I'm going to start on the tray.
So I've put it on the plasticky paper, and now you've got to try and pull just this white backing off, which it comes off easy here. And then, this one's not too bad because it's fairly big, right? It's easy to work with.
Right.
And then you stick it on and you pull the white off. So it's a bit of on again, off again here.
We could call these videos trash to treasure, because when you see these things off the start, they really don't look like much. But in the end, I think they look like things that you could find in HomeSense or Pine Ridge Hollow or somewhere like that.
I don't see the pencil.
Oh, it's in the drawer that's covered up.
Yeah,
there.
I'm just gonna
use the weeder, make a little more.
Make a little mark here.
You can always go back and touch up the paint.
Yeah, and it's always kind of fun doing these things yourself and knowing where this stuff came from, and you know, Okay,
well,
it's about 8 inches across.
When we take you to our last project, which is a picture that I'm making for our new fireplace mantle, there are 10 things on the fireplace mantle that came from thrift stores, and I'm going to see if you can figure out which are the thrift store ones.
Yeah, see which ones are thrift store and which ones are real.
Yeah.
6.5 would be the middle of this. So I need to have 4 inches on either side of 6.5.
I'm redoing the fireplace mantle because back in the winter, Dave did a renovation on Anthony's house, our son, and he lives up in Birds Hill here. And it was quite a major renovation. Like, they got a new kitchen, they got all new flooring, everything got painted. Like, it was pretty much down to put in a bunch of pot lights, you know. It was pretty major. So because they didn't have a kitchen and stuff, we have like a finished 2-bedroom kind of suite in our basement, and so they moved in there. My plan for that suite was, when I retired, I thought maybe I'll do an Airbnb or something, but then COVID came along and I'm like, oh, I don't think about that anymore.
Yeah, well, you were talking about renting it out, just
it's so handy to have. It's so nice to have. Like, now that Dan and Kathy have moved to Moose Jaw, and we'll come and go more often. It's really nice to have.
So Dan and Kathy, you better be watching this, and you better come and visit, because we've got a basement just for you.
They're coming Monday.
Are they really?
Yes, they are. Yeah. On their way through, they're going back to Barrie to go on a camping trip with some friends, and then when they come back from that, they're going to spend a few days here. So, yeah. But the reason why, when Anthony and Vivian were, oh, go ahead.
Well, I'm just going to see if I can, see, I mean, you just pull off the plasticky now. Okay, you can talk. I'm just
when they were in the basement, there was no TV down there. So we took the TV from the living room and put it down there, and it's never come back up again because this TV is not a very smart TV. And I want a TV that I can watch YouTube with my remote.
Yeah, I still can't believe your TV doesn't.
All right,
yeah, whatever.
And so Leighton always keeps saying he's going to get us hooked up with a better system, like some kind of box. I don't know what all. And anyhow, so I figured the TV's not coming out for a while, so I'm going to redecorate my mantle because it has the TV now.
Well, does Dad go watch a game down there ever? Or?
No.
No. So no one uses that TV downstairs?
Not really, not much.
Yeah.
But someday they might.
Yeah, it's nice to have a room without a TV.
It is.
Yeah.
But we always use, we have a living room, and then we have this little family room here, which is basically where we do most of our living. But, when we have company over, we often go in the living room, or our small group, we would go in the living room, and if we were watching a video, we would use that TV.
Yeah, well, yeah. Their other living room has more seating in it. Like, you could fit more people there. They've always had this funny conversation. Like, isn't this a beautiful area that Mom's got here? And they've always had this every once in a while, once or twice a year. This is what Mom will come up with. She'll say, I think we need to turn this into a dining room.
I think that might be great.
And we'll say, you're nuts.
Because we don't happen to sit at our dining room table a whole lot.
No, and then
it's part of the living room in there.
Because it's close to their bedroom, and like to have your morning coffee here, and
yeah, Dad won't let me.
She wants to have this would be a formal room then, or because this is kind of like the room we spend most of our time in. And
okay, so I'm gonna rip this off, guys. The moment of truth.
Okay, did you do 2 coats on there?
Yeah, I did.
Already.
Pretty wet. Okay, now I've got to weed out the parts of the O's and the E's and the P's. It's not bad to have it dry when you do that.
Yeah, we're gonna try anyways.
Especially because these are so tiny.
I'm gonna do a second coat on here.
But I kind of want to show them what it will look like. So
no, I get it.
So there's the little stencil. There's no place you could actually reuse this one again because it's not.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Some of them, they're not really. You can't use them again.
Well, if they're small like that, and it did, but usually the bigger ones, when you rip them off, they kind of all start sticking to each other.
The bigger ones.
A bigger stencil.
Really? I thought the bigger ones would be easier to reuse?
Well, because the paper can stick to the back because it's so sticky on the back, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is cute.
Well, and I guess the other thing you should be careful about is making sure this paint is really dry that you're sticking it onto.
Oh, yeah.
You could peel off.
And this is really
the
dry.
paint. Yeah, so you wouldn't want to.
No.
Mess
Okay,
around
I
with
think
that.
that's cute. There's no place like home. Let's look at it here. There's no place like home. Cute little, it's kind of a ceramic thing. It was kind of beige, so I oiled it. No, I painted it. I painted it that Algonquin color that I like. And then I put a stain and oil over it, and then I put some white wax on top of that. So it's had a few little treatments. So that would look cute with a...
Yeah, that's, oh yeah. Are you going to sell that one?
Oh, I'll
Or you
see.
might keep
I might
it on
put
your
it in
she's got her
some-
mantle
I mean, my
place.
problem is when we do these crafts, they're so fun to do, but I
I know.
only have so much room.
Well,
And my house is fairly full already, so.
so what else are we, did you do that one already?
One coat, give it another coat.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to do this a second coat. I
Well,
don't know if it even needs a second coat. I don't
You know,
think
I'm
it-
not going to do that. The other thing we were going to do is
Yeah.
put a bit more hemp oil on this one. So maybe I'll do that now.
Put some hemp oil, it has none on it.
Oh, well. We were going to put hemp oil on it. Let's be specific. This has lasted you a long time, hey? Is it your
That's
first
my
bottle?
first bottle of hemp oil.
Seriously?
I think it'll be
Well, you
time.
bought it last year? Was it only last year?
With
that
that
you
lady
bought it?
with...
That
Yes. Like about,
That was the-
that's when COVID first came and I got sent home from work because whatever, everybody was getting sent home to work from home. Well, how much work can you do from home when you're a teacher in a jail? So I did
The
design.
truth comes out.
Now that I'm retired.
Yeah.
So I did design some new courses and things like that, got material ready. But there was a lot of free time. So that's when I started doing all this stuff because I needed to do something or you're going to go crazy, right?
Yeah, no, that's good.
So I went and got that dresser that
Yeah, that
put all
was
that hemp oil on.
beautiful. Yeah.
It really was. It had all this burl wood on it. It just was.
Burl is a wood. Because I met a lady this week called Burl.
Well,
And
that's
I was-
my cousin.
Oh, you've got a cousin. I thought she said it was a stone or something, this lady, but the lady was pretty confused with dementia.
Oh no, it's not my cousin.
No, well, I said I met a lady. There's more than one Burl in this
It's
world.
not that common a name.
No, I know.
It's kind of like
But is it
It's
a
not
wood or
common.
it's a wood? It's not a
Well,
stone?
that's B-U-R-L.
Oh, no, this is
B-E-R-Y-L.
B-E-R-Y-L.
That's my
a stone.
cousin. Yeah.
Oh.
Burl, B-U-R-L is a wood.
Oh, okay.
And it's, you know where it comes from?
Well, where?
Yeah, get the edges. It's like you get, sometimes you see a growth on the side of a tree.
Yeah.
That is a burl. And it's got the most gorgeous, like, the conclusions of wood in there.
So a burl can be from any type of,
yeah, I think
of
so.
tree
I
or
think so.
any.
Do you remember Henry Lowen?
Yeah, that's exactly
He
what I was
used to
thinking
make
of
all
right
those
now.
beautiful bowls and like all sorts of
Well,
things
he
out
made
of burl.
tables and stuff.
Yeah,
So
out of
those were
roots.
just out of those random growths and stuff.
Yeah. But it's like if you find a tree that's got a burl on it, you want to get that burl.
Yeah, well, I guess so.
I don't know if you could take a burl off a tree without wrecking the tree. I don't know. I'd have to find that out.
Oh, you mean, and then keep the tree alive without having to actually cut the tree down?
Yeah, I don't know. When Uncle Dan comes through, we'll ask him because he's got one of these, what do you call them, like an urban sawmill.
Really?
Yeah, because in Ontario it was really popular. People would have like some beautiful tree on their lot and they wanted to get rid of it, but they wanted to keep the wood, and then they would make like trays and all sorts of interesting things out of it. So he has the sawmill. I think he's going to bring it to
What's the difference
his job.
between an urban sawmill and
Well, I think it's not like you could run like hundreds of trees through. It's like a smaller,
Oh, it's just tiny.
smaller. It's not tiny, but it's smaller than a
doesn't
big sawmill.
Lauren Spittner have a sawmill?
Yes, he does.
But it would be different.
He does.
Should I do the inside
And I
of
think
this
a
thing?
planer too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, planer.
He has things that we need to go make trip and see him.
Up to the country.
Yeah.
So I put one coat on. Do you think I should add more, or?
Oh, that's lovely.
Just leave it for now?
I'd leave it for now, and we can come back later and give it another one. Because when the wood is really dry, it will soak it up.
But yeah, you can see I only did the one side of it and then the other side. I think there's a bit of a difference there.
Sometimes when I want to speed this process of drying up, I'll take it in and use the hair blower on it. Could bring the hair blower in here.
That. I'll attempt to pull this off. Hopefully it works on camera. I'm not attempting to drill a hole this time, so I feel a little...
I'm just going to go and use my hair blower.
You are, eh? Okay, I'll attempt to pull this off and hopefully you can see. Yeah, I think it's dry enough here. Revealing this number 2. Yeah, I don't think there's any special technique. Well, that was quick.
Well,
you didn't want to leave me alone here too long?
No, then I got worried. Sometimes when you use the hair blower, it gets the vinyl all sticky and it's not
it
that
causes another problem.
So I decided, forget that.
Yeah.
How are you making out there?
I'd be better if I was doing it with 2 hands.
I know.
Just trying to do it on the camera, but I think I'll set it down, guys. Sorry about that.
This is looking good. Do you need the weeder?
I don't know what I need.
I thought this nut thing was a great hack.
But yeah, well, don't they charge an arm and a leg for those accessories?
Yeah, they are quite expensive. So
yeah, so
we had a whole bunch of these. They came from Grandma Knapp. Gave us a bowl, like a, what do you call it, a nut bowl once with a bunch of utensils and stuff.
Really?
I think it was originally came from Grandma Dyer.
Oh, so these are family
Antiques.
heirlooms.
Yes, family heirlooms.
Nutcrackers. Yeah, almost getting this. Oh, and then we can't forget, we've got that picture we're gonna do at the end.
The fireplace thing.
Is that the last thing we're gonna do? So I got the one out. It worked okay, I think.
After we're finished this, guess where I'm going?
Oh, where are you going? Let me guess.
That's what I said, guess.
Well, you're going to Niverville. No, you're going to Steep Rock. No, well, you said you're going to pick that thing up from Valhalla.
I told you that, yes.
Is that it? That was the guess?
It's a really cool...
Okay, what is it?
It's a Queen Anne, like an entrance table. It's just got beautiful lines to it and stuff, and it's like a little old lady who's getting rid of a bunch of her, and she has some other
So it's a Queen Anne what?
Like an entrance table.
Oh, entrance.
Like
those are beautiful.
Table.
Kind of like what Vivian has in her entrance.
Well, but it's Queen Anne, so it's
okay.
Different than Vivian's is more country-ish, I think.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's
okay. So I'm
after this. Guess what I'm doing?
What?
Well, you know. I'm helping
someone
move.
Helping Makua move. Yeah. We're going to take our van. Yeah, I'm going to weed this out later. It's turned out good, but I'm going to do the weeding later.
And so this one, I don't think I have to do any weeding. I pulled out 4 sides. This is really cute, number 2.
I like it.
Why did you choose number 2?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's super
Whatever. Cute. Stick a pot in there. Like, you know, all these little, I love these little herb things. This set comes from IKEA. I think it's like $6 or something for the 3 of them.
Oh, really? That's good.
But I should tell you, it's on the fireplace. Right now, well, I actually kind of like the little succulents from the dollar store too. But right now, Michael's has got all of their succulents on for 60% off. So like you're getting them for anywhere from $1.20 to $2.
Oh,
so
that's
I picked
good.
Up several of those.
Well, and Mom does know her greenery prices because I was married last year, and believe me, she spent a lot of time going around. So this is the last project these days. It says so far, and it's gonna say so. Okay,
it's gonna say these are the good old days.
Yeah.
You know, everybody talks about the good old days. These are the good old days we're living in right now.
Okay, so
I'm starting to take this off, but I think we'll maybe get on. Oh, I keep working on this while you're.
I keep on.
You can work on that.
So yeah, she went to. Okay, what are you gonna say?
I'm just gonna say what she's gonna do on this one now is the exact opposite of what we've been doing. She's going to keep the letters.
No, I hope I do it right.
No. Don't put that on yet. You gotta. Where's the?
Oh,
weeder?
I gotta weed first.
Where's the weeder?
I don't know.
Here. So what you're gonna do?
So I weed out all the black stuff.
Yeah, and make sure you keep the middles of the letters.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully I can make it happen.
Now this, I'm ripping off some of the stains, so I'm gonna have to come back with my stain brush and just go over that again. But it's giving a nice crisp line, so that's good.
Yeah. No,
I just enjoy crafts.
Oh yeah.
You know your anniversary's coming up, right?
I'm aware of it.
And don't forget you've still got that big hunk of chocolate in the freezer that was on top of the cake.
I would have forgotten about that.
We've been saving
I think we get to go to Pine Ridge Hollow for a free meal.
Get out. Because they did for the first anniversary or every anniversary?
Oh, that would be really nice. I'm pretty sure just the first anniversary.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah, they gave us the coupon. Yeah, so we had to, everyone talks about pivoting. We had to pivot with our wedding plans. Oh. But it turned out great in the end. But we had so much fun, Mom and I, going to the thrift stores and getting decorations
and then at the end, like when we used
because we had been planning for a wedding for 150 people or whatever it was, and in the end we only had 50 people with COVID. And so we had a lot of extra stuff. So what did you do with everything in the end?
Well, I just put it all on Marketplace Facebook, and it was gone within the day. Like seriously, I don't know, it was $1,000 worth of greenery. It was basically gone.
Well, the greenery you had bought new.
The greenery I bought new. Yeah, I had bought and a bunch of other things. I can't remember.
But you pretty much got your money back from it.
Oh, I did.
You really made money. Yeah.
Wedding stuff is popular stuff.
Yeah. People will spend on their weddings. Yeah. But you still have those. I saw the flower girl things are still in there.
Oh yeah.
Maybe should do
Get
something
rid of
with them.
Okay, I need my weeder.
So do I.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna leave that. So this is gonna be cool, but I'm going to have to go back with the stain and fix up the stain because actually I'm using this vinyl we're using right now is the permanent vinyl. Normally when I make a stencil I try to use I forget what it's called, but it's not removable. Oh. And so I use the permanent, which it shouldn't be removed, and it's lifting off some of the stain.
Okay.
But that's not a big deal. I'll fix that up.
Yeah, you can stain over top. That won't be.
Yeah, that's not a big issue at all.
Your fingernail almost works as good as the weeder, depending on how big of a thing it is. You can take the weeder actually. Okay. Yeah. So I've got this weeded. These are the good old days. And now I'll put it on the plastic paper. I just about skipped a step. And this plastic paper you can use over and over and over again.
In fact, it's better once it's been used a bit. When it's too sticky, it's not good.
Yeah, because then you can't get anything off of it.
Right.
Okay, where's your credit card? Here it is. This one's almost not sticky enough.
I'm making some. I'm trying to weed something that shouldn't be weeded. Okay, so this one's, there you go. Welcome. And I'll redo the stain and I'll give it a little sanding to kind of make it a little more, I just like that look. It doesn't do much to it. It just kind of makes it a little more.
Yeah. Now this is definitely a process, but it's still less of a process than painting something by hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've done a lot of hand painting on signs.
Yeah,
you cannot get that done in a 20 or 30 minute video.
Okay, so I'm going to go and get your welcome on your white part.
Oh, you're gonna pull that welcome off? Yeah, I did 2 coats. Where's your
reader?
reader?
You need the sign.
Yeah, and you can pull the sign up.
Where is it?
It's here.
Oh,
this is coming off nicely. Okay, good. Like I said, I actually don't have that much experience with this stuff. So I've got it on here now. We'll come up. These are the good old, and then we're gonna throw it onto the sign. Now, how am I placing this?
Okay, so do you need your tape measure yet?
Well, just help me do it here.
Okay, so just kind of hold it there till so we want it to be kind of in line with this day's thing. Or
up or down?
I think down, yeah. Yeah. Should it go a little more that way? Is it too close to the day? Yeah, right there, perfect. Layer down. This is just good to eyeball this one because...
As long as it's straight though. Is it straight? Because you've done some that haven't been straight.
I have.
Which look terrible in the end.
You have to rip it off.
They look terrible.
I did that Waymaker
so this
one once.
Yeah. You know, it would be easier to know if it was straight if your edge is
still
here.
pretty
But this
wet.
is a straight edge and that's straight, so I'm just going to go with it.
This is still, I think, too wet. I'm going to let this dry a little bit before I rip that off so we don't
ruin some other project. So
when you're trying to do things in a quick amount of time sometimes. I like this one with, instead of paint, just using stain on there. It was kind of a nice...
Yeah, have you done a lot of that?
No, that's the first time I did that.
Okay, let's stay on. So this is the permanent one you said?
Yes.
Do you find the permanent one sticks better?
Yeah, that's why it ripped off some of that.
Yeah, so you know, this is coming off nice and easy.
No, this is my other hack, guys. You see this picture here. All this is a picture frame, right? And because, like, if Dad had more time, he could make me some nice wooden frames and all that stuff. But he doesn't right now.
Too, and you have to buy.
And I can't do that myself. So this is just a picture from the thrift store. They happen to be on half price this week, all the frames. So I spray painted the glass. I just spray painted the glass.
So you spray
and it becomes, or you could paint it, but spray painted, it becomes my canvas. How's that? And then I painted the frame. So there you have it.
There you go.
So now we're
gonna go over, right? We're ready to go. Yeah, we're gonna go to the other room and put this on the mantelpiece, and we're hoping you'll be able to guess which are the thrifted items and which are the ones that we bought new. So here, I'll flip this phone around. I think this is the button. Okay, there's Olivia and Alex. Okay, lead the way. Here's the old rug. You haven't sold it yet, or have you?
She's picking it up on Monday.
Okay.
Do you want me to put this up?
Well, you can hold the camera if you want then. So
how can I tell if, oh, I can see on this side. Okay, so she's putting this up on the mantle. There, these are the good old days. I like that, Kaylee.
That's lovely.
I like it.
That's lovely. So here, this is the one we made last week.
The herb.
So you already know that one's thrifted.
Yeah.
But
okay, so there are 10 items on this fireplace that are thrifted items. They have not been purchased. The other things have been purchased from Michael's or Home Sense.
This we got. Oh, this is cool. I shouldn't give some of this away. Some of the answers I don't know. How many have you purchased?
Well, there's 10 that are thrifted.
10 that are thrifted.
Make that thing straight. You've made the plant,
which one?
The plant crooked.
This. Oh, this. All right. I guess that's it for today.
So, aren't you going to try and guess which are thrifted?
Okay. Well, I already know 2 things because you told me ahead of time.
I was going to throw those birds out because they were on the old mantle, but I thought tucked back in behind.
You bought these from Pine Ridge Hollow years ago?
No.
No? Maybe that's
I went to a gardening class at St. Mary's Gardening.
Okay.
And when you paid the price, they let you spend $25 in their shop or something, and I got those from the shop.
Is this thrifted?
No.
Okay. Well, if you... Are we telling them the answers right now?
Do you want to?
I don't know. This has a tag on it
Yeah, that I bought at
She bought this one new. And you told me
Home
already
Sense.
you bought this one new.
Home Sense.
But I think almost everything else was thrifted.
Pretty
Where did
much.
you get these from?
Michael's, but not
Okay.
the one in the back is thrifted.
Yeah, okay. Well,
And
you
it
can
matches.
put it together nicely. And this is really cool. That's thrifted.
Thrifted.
Yeah, you couldn't find that at a
No.
store. This you got in that box from
Don't say.
somewhere.
A friend gave me that.
This is from, what's it called?
Mulvey Hill.
Mulvey Hill. From our garage sale. This has to be thrifted.
Yeah, I painted it black.
And this is thrifted.
Yeah.
Yeah, well there we go.
And the wire cage thing is thrifted.
Oh, this thing, yeah.
And
All of
inside it are the succulents that are
Oh.
on 60% off right now at Michael's.
There you have it.
There you have it.
All right, thanks for joining us, guys. Guys, just hit the stop button, though. Yeah, see you next time. Like and subscribe.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
We're trying to grow our following.
I don't know how to find the stop button.
The stop button's right at the... Oh.